Hi, Valeria. Good night.
Good night. Good night,
How is
ma'am.
everything going?
Okay, more or less. I was fighting with my internet connection because I got a modem, so I can connect it.
Okay, but no worries. You
Okay.
are here. Hi, Valeria. Good night.
Good night.
So I will please
Good
ask
night.
you that
How is
you
everything
tell
going?
me which
Okay. Sorry,
topic.
more or less. I
Give me a
was
second.
sorry. I have como un rebote de voz. No sé, no puedo escuchar bien.
Hi, can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, yes, was the recording process. Then I need to stop it before it starts here.
Okay.
So you saw the video or maybe read the article. Which one did you choose?
I read the the first paragraph of the article. It's about bad lawyering, and what I understand is when a lawyer make a bad process, and they make the comparison as an apple, no? And I think that it's about like a contamination of all the system and all the lawyers. I think so.
Okay, of
Read.
course that you as politician, you can
Yes.
tell me like some of the really bad effects about a work that is not well developed by a lawyer and how can affect the system. So this topic we will discuss it tonight and also the next session like would be theoretical. But I want that you try to explain your opinion in try to force yourself to do one kind of a speech about some examples that you saw in your real life or maybe by news, maybe in newspapers, whatever, and how this influence can affect your society. You can tell me about a specific case if you want. What is the influence between like bad lawyering and some bad and like bad behaviors, but also problems in our societies or in your society? Okay.
Okay.
I will turn off my camera because the connection is not really good. I guess that is our internet. So no worries. But I am here and I will still doing questions to you.
Okay. I think that about lawyering can affect in all the system, all the governmental system, because I think that lawyers are very important for all the government and all the part of the society now. And it's like if they make a or they have a bad behavior, it's they contaminate all the spheres, and it's like when they made some bad acts, something like that. They, I don't know how to say, desinstitutionalizan, disqualify the institution, and they
Affect
affect, desprestigiar. No recuerdo la
the
palabra.
goodwill.
The
Puedes decir
goodwill.
así. Affects the goodwill.
Well,
Esto es lo que se conoce como el buen nombre. Algunas personas lo utilizan separado, que es la manera correcta, pero también se entiende así. Puede ser usado en los dos. El goodwill es el buen nombre. Por ejemplo, cuando yo te lo voy a decir en inglés. Cuando hay alguna empresa que tiene el dominio de la marca y la marca está posicionada en algún lugar de un barrio. Este posicionamiento es el goodwill, es cómo se conecta la marca con el servicio en la mente de las personas, es el buen nombre o la acreditación comercial. Cuando llega a haber alguna afectación al nombre, entonces hay una afectación al goodwill y aplica lo mismo, es como la reputación, aplica lo mismo para entidades comerciales o para el gobierno. So here is so important to understand that goodwill is an expression that we use.
I'm sorry
always,
because Sorry, no. I'm living with the best friend of my mom, so I have some besides and
No worries, no worries. But can you hear me?
yes, of course.
Okay. So it's so important that you can understand that this goodwill is perception that the society can have from something, right? Can be a business, can be the state, can be the
Person can
behavior.
be
Yeah. Tell me.
a person also,
No, 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 no.
or it's
The
like
goodwill,
only
no.
for important
It's just
groups.
it's just for companies, you know, like it's not for people. It's more like for an entity.
Oh, okay.
So you can have a concept, for example, when I told you, what about the government of Bolivia? You tell me, oh no, it's bullshit. That
Yeah.
is the goodwill affected by. But maybe you can tell me, oh, it's so good. They manage so good the money and they invest in education and in health system and social security. And then is the goodwill of the entity, that in this case is the state. But this concept we will like check it deeper when we start to talking about them about in commercial law. This is an aspect where we can refer and we can make like damages inside the goodwill, right? If a goodwill is being affected, you can ask for indemnization for the one that is going against of it. Okay. So it's so important that you keep it in your mind. And it's a good way to resume all the things that are you telling me. Goodwill, uh, like the resume about how bad apples be in the system and how affected, the best way to say it is affects the goodwill of the entity, of the legal system, of the judicial system, of the state, of the government. So try to, if you want to repeat that part, and try to integrate in your speech.
Okay, I can say that the goodwill is the way that you can visualize the 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 way that you can visualize in another perspective, and I think like it's an abstract. That's all. And it can affect now because it has a, if it has a bad behavior, the people are not going to have a goodwill, as you make a mention.
Okay, and what about the bad behavior of other professionals? Because right now we are studying like bad lawyering. But what
Yeah.
is the problem if in your professions or your colleagues have some bad behavior? How do you believe, what is your opinion about how these bad behaviors can affect a society in your profession?
Okay. It's so complex because uh, it's like my profession, it's like the face of all our government and all the hierarchy size on all the people that it's like in the cúpula. I don't know.
In the
uh,
top, in the
and
top.
if they don't do well the things, um they make a desperate they prestige the country or a city, like uh, in the economic perspective, I can say that if another country can look at a good way your country, they are not going to invest, or they are not going to be interested uh, in the development or things like that. No, so I think that from a profession, be have you have to have a goodwill. So that's all.
What about if one professional or one colleague of your career has a bad behavior? How, like, it's an entity that oversees, regula, vigila, supervisa their behavior exists in your country? You have like a panel or a bar that checks that
Yes.
all of your professionals, you know, are acting good?
It's complicated because there are a lot of departments like fiscalizando, fiscalizing,
Overseas,
overseas,
overseas.
all, but they are like, no debería decir esto. Están sobornados, billeteados, no sé cómo se dice.
Okay. They have a lot of corruption.
They have a lot of corruption.
Or you can check the corruption. You can see the
I think that,
corruption. Exists a lot of corruption. They are allowed.
yes,
Okay. No,
existe
happens the
algo.
same in Colombia with all professions. So no worries at all. It's for Latin America reality. Okay,
Yeah.
Valeria, thank you so much for your opinion. We will still working on this topic the next session. Before you leave, I will please ask you that you fill the survey that right now is open in your screen.
Okay.
And I will see you next week. And as I'm not seeing you tomorrow, I really wish a really nice Christmas night and that you can enjoy in your trip and with your family for a couple of days with your family.
Yeah.
And enjoy like a really good and nice opportunity to having one celebration like this one in another country with somebody that is not your family, and it's like one lifetime opportunity, so take advantage from that. Okay, so
Thank you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry
Okay, bye
Christmas.
bye. Hello, Anaí. Good night. Anaí, Monica. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. Sorry for the late.
No, no worries. It's okay. How was your day?
So difficult. I was sick all today. Recently, I'm better, but I continue still sick. But I had to do some obligation for the university, so I'm in the street
Oh,
right now. Yeah.
oh, sorry. Okay, so but it's secure. Where are you? If you want, we can like reschedule it because I saw that you are in a house or you are on the street.
No, in the street, teacher. But I read about the topic. What we talk about that?
No, but if you want, we can reschedule because it's not so secure for you. So no worries. We can like planify it for next session and we work like 30 minutes. No
Yeah.
worries at all. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
Please.
not comfortable for you, but also it's dangerous. It's night and you are with your
Yeah.
phone. So no. No worries at all. I will reschedule it. And next
Okay.
session, like on Wednesday, we will work half an hour, right?
Okay.
Because it's not right.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
thank you
I hope that you arrive safe home and Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. The same.
Okay. But wait. Before
Well,
you go, I need that you please fill the survey. And
oh, I put.
okay, perfect.
You can see?
Okay. Yes, I can take it. But
Okay.
no worries. We will like reschedule it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Andrea. Good night. Can you hear me?
Yes, good night.
How are you? How is everything going?
Hi, thank you. How are you?
Good. Everything is going so good. Give me a second, please.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Hi, I just checked that I sent in the schedules 2 times your name.
Yes, yes, I didn't know what it was mine, but I suppose that it was 13:30. But I wanted to check first. I didn't
Yeah,
know
no
it was.
worries. Yes, was my mistake because I was like changing the order, and maybe I don't
Okay.
know why. I just fixed it.
Okay.
Okay, so tonight we will discuss a little bit about bad lawyering. I want that you first of all tell me please which like a skill did you use? Maybe the article about apples or the video. What did you use for understand the topic? What is your concept? But also I want that you please explain to me how these kind of actions affect your reality. Even how did you saw, how do you have contact with these behaviors? Maybe by news, by your legal practice, maybe you had a legal practice or experience that you want to share with me tonight. And that's it. So let's get started. You will start to explain to me, and then I will start to do some questions.
Okay. Well, I read the article. The article said that bad lawyers are bad lawyer or bad attorney. The article had an example of a lawyer that he didn't work very well. The COVID had a judgment. Maybe the judgment is the best. The lawyer recognized that he didn't have contact with the client, that he didn't teach the client and the witness how to act in the trial. And at the same time, the article said that the lawyer didn't use the allowing prosecutor, and maybe that situation make the judge, juez, ¿está bien? Judge,
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 judge. Okay, take
judge.
that decision. And after that situation, the church didn't want to change his decision. Well, I think to consider bad lawyering, we have to take 3 points. One of them is prosecutor, defense attorney, and system failure. When we talk about defense attorney, there are some lawyers that they don't want to read about the process. They don't want to learn about what is happening with his client. They just want to gain money, and maybe that situation affects the client, because in my country there are many lawyers that just work to receive money, to receive salary, and sometimes the client don't have opportunity to win some trial, some problem, but the lawyer said, yes, you can. You have to pay for this, for this, and just receive money. So I think the problem is with the lawyers, some lawyers that they don't talk with the truth. The other point is prosecutor, because the prosecutor have to work very hard, especially in criminal cases. In my country, we don't have private prosecutor, just public. I don't know if there are a private prosecutor in other state, but in my country, it's just public. And the prosecutor have a specific time to present papers, to present evidence. And if the prosecutor don't present that evidence, the victim will lost. That happen every day. Sometimes the prosecutor had to.
Sorry. Term. So
Terms?
the prosecutor has terms, like terms
Okay.
and condition is the same. Terms, that is the preclusion time, you know, like you have like a period, specific period of time. So it's perfect, everything that you are telling me, but you can introduce terms. So the prosecutor has some terms that needs to use, that needs to apply.
Okay.
Así.
Term is like to say some word. Okay.
Es como el término, tiene un término,
Okay.
un espacio de tiempo específico para presentar X cosa. Entonces, estamos en el término, está el término, inicio y final en un específico momento.
Okay. So in my country, the prosecutor have a specific term to present some evidence or papers. And if the prosecutor don't present that, the victim will lose the case, will lose the process. That's happened a lot in my country because we use a lot in dubio pro reo. That means that when we have some doubt, we will apply the best for the convict principle. The principle, we apply the best.
Principle of law.
The principle of law.
Principle.
So,
Call.
principle.
Principle of law. Call.
The principle of law.
Sí, así. Espérame un segundo y ahí lo dejamos. Principle of law called.
Okay. We have a principle of law called in dubio pro reo. That means that the state will apply the best for the convict. So I think that is a big problem because sometimes the victim want to present some evidence, but sometimes they are not valid. They need to be required by the prosecutor. So the prosecutor sometimes forget to ask some paper, forget some case, and the victim lost and the convict are free. The other point I think is the system failure, because people that don't have money use a public lawyer, public attorney or defensor, and they don't know about the case. Sometimes an hour or 15 minutes before the trial, they are checking what about the case is. Sometimes they don't speak in the trial. I think they don't have a lot of interest because they don't receive a lot of salary. I mean, it's just a little, maybe nothing, but they try to work in this area. Sometimes it's not their area, but they try to work there just to start working and meeting other people. I think that is a big mistake too, because if the state will pay more to the public lawyer or public defensor, maybe they will work better. So for my conclusion, I think sometimes we don't have a good lawyer. Sometimes we have an incompetent lawyer because they didn't know about what what about the process is, especially if they are public. Everybody know that. Just for defensor, I don't know talking about all the public lawyer. I mean just to defend some criminal, because we have other type of lawyer public, but they do a good work. The other point is the prosecutor are overworked. They have a lot of work. We don't have a lot of prosecutors.
Overwhelmed.
Overworked?
Overwhelmed. I will type it. Déjame revisar porque hace mucho no utilizo esa palabra. Quiero ver dónde está la H. Aquí. Esto significa que la persona está abrumada por la cantidad de trabajo o por la cantidad de responsabilidades. Overwhelmed.
Okay, overwhelmed. We don't have a lot of prosecutor, so they forget something. They forget to ask for some paper, and that influence in bad way in the process. The last thing is the system failure, because I think the public defensor need to receive money, because the case take time. So maybe they need to receive money. They need to receive some basic thing like papers to present things. I don't know how to say, timbres, sellos.
Documents that need some legal and specific term.
Okay, so I think that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. Before you leave, I will please ask you that you please fill the survey that now is open. And of course, as I am not seeing you tomorrow, I want that you have a really nice night with your family and friends. And of course, Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas too. Bye-bye.
Hi, Sarela. Good night. How are you? How is everything going?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, nice. I'm having like a couple of problems with my internet connection. So if for a reason you cannot listen me good, please let me know.
Okay. I have problems too because it's raining so much and it's so cold.
Oh, I can imagine. Okay, so before I start, of course, that's how we didn't saw each other like in our personalized lesson. You didn't know how this works. So it's so important that you keep in your mind that this is a free space where you can do all the questions that you need, like that you can have or handle maybe some topic that I cannot tell like deeper in the lesson, that you find the way like to feel more comfortable to ask if maybe you didn't understand at all and how I can complete that information. Like you can make all the questions that you need. But in my case, my methodology will depend, of course, that how did you learn? This is a really important question that I always do to all my students, and means that I need that you please explain to me when you were at law school, how did you learn? Because I didn't have this record in my like in my notes. So this is really important because I can send it to you some specific material when we were discussing some topics. And how did you learn? Like, do you like reading, listening, see some videos, watch some videos, or see some series? What is the way that you learn? Not just English, everything. How is easier for you?
Okay. I like learning, watching series. ¿Cómo sería?
Series.
Yes. And listening and Reading, reading. Um, but um, um, I don't know how to say it. Now in this situation in COVID, in the pandemic, I forget so many things, and I'm just like, ¿cómo sería? Poniéndome al tanto, al corriente con las cosas.
Getting update. Te lo voy a escribir.
Getting update.
Getting update.
Yes. At university now, last year we didn't have many classes. My professors are so old, and they didn't know how to use Zoom, WhatsApp, or other social medias or platforms, and so we didn't learn too much, and that's a little bit sad. But I guess next year it's going to be more, I don't know how to say it, como que nos vamos a ir adaptando un poco más.
Getting adapted.
Getting adapted. That's it. I learned English when I was at school. I guess like 5 or 6 years ago, and I also forget many things. I try to practice watching movies, listening music, but I was always interested in learning about what I am studying at university. I'm studying law, so I always try to search courses of English, and like weeks ago, I saw on Facebook about these classes, and I was very excited. And I think these classes had to start weeks ago, and I don't know how to say it, but tenía todo como que a tiempo.
It had
Bien
everything on time. Like
everything on time.
did you saw at the airport that you can see on time, on time, on time?
Yes.
Just like make the association, then you cannot forget it.
But now I was a little bit busy with these Christmas things, and I'm like, people always talk to me when I'm busy.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Like when we have these sessions, we can like reprogram it. We can change the schedule without problems. But the ones that I cannot have like access is the ones that are theoretical. So 2 per week, I cannot like modify it. Right now, if you maybe tell me, Gali, I cannot assist to the personalized lesson this week, please take it next week. I can do it, no problem. That wasn't changing anything. But when we have theoretical lessons, try to be present because I cannot modify that you assist or not. Here in this scenario, I really will try to ask you some random questions about life, politics, economies, your opinion, because I need that you can express yourself with a lot of confidence and so natural, even when we are talking about important opinions, like meetings for work, for study, maybe for master degrees, for scenarios that are really academic. And I need that you can do it completely naturally. And that will take a little bit of time and effort, but I try to ask for like daily situations and your opinions. And if you didn't know how to say, how to share, how to tell something, you need to tell me, hey, I don't know how to say this, because my function here as a teacher is try to like take into account everything that is going good, like in the grammar, but also if something is wrong, I will stop it and I will like make the correction. But also I want to teach you some additional vocabulary, and then you can make like different kind of communication, because we can talk about beers and about friends and getting drunk and etc., and will sound natural. But as this is other we are like kind of trying to achieve a goal that is related with your progress, but in an academic way. I need to try to put the standard a little bit higher, and I will try to put some information, even if I know it. Of course, I'm human. If I don't know how to say it, I will tell you, oh no, I don't know. Let me check online, and we will do it together. But at the most of the time, I want to try to help you to have it everything complete. So no worries that today we will, as I told you by WhatsApp, we will manage the last session and on our session in the same like session. Like today, we will manage it like both of them. So no worries. I will put that information in our system, and it's like nothing happens. But the one that was theoretical, I cannot change it. So you need to be careful, because you have like, I guess that is 8 in the whole course, and if that happens, you will like be out of the course, and it's not my responsibility. For that reason, I told you, like all of you guys, not girls, that you need to be like so punctual, specifically in the theoreticals, because with this one it's not problem. I am like so flexible, we can change it, we can deal with it. But with the others, I don't have any option. I have like no hands on it. So okay, as you saw in our WhatsApp group, I always send the information. So last session we discussed about international law and sources of law, and for tonight we will discuss a little bit of bad lawyering. So if you check these like maybe videos or you read the article, I want that you tell me your opinion about, let's get it. First of all, did you check the video, like the first one?
No, I didn't. No,
Okay, so no worries. I will send it to your WhatsApp group, like the last session. And did you check about bad lawyering?
a little bit.
Okay, so tonight, it's not necessary that you check everything, but that you have an idea. And I prefer that you be so honest with me, like, hey, I cannot have time to check it, sorry, but we will like make some questions, and then we will try to figure out. So as you have a little idea about what it means bad lawyering, I will please ask you that you please explain to me what means bad lawyering. What is your concept?
Okay, my concept of bad lawyering is when you there is like I don't know how to say it. Specifically, when we are talking about cuando estamos hablando de leyes, a veces, por ejemplo, existen vacíos legales, o por ejemplo, la constitución de constitution. Okay.
Como hoyos negros. Or we have some like spaces, or the law is incomplete.
Yes. Like in the constitution says something, another ¿cómo diría? Códigos. Laws are different. Se contradicen, más o menos.
So they have a contradiction.
They have a contradiction. also when the lawyer is a bad lawyer, maybe they are not prepared of some cases. For example, a lawyer that learn more about the civil law, they don't know how resolve and something that is administrative, for example, administrative, there there is when problems came, and that's it, I think.
Okay, perfect. So next session, we will discuss a little bit more about bad lawyering, but basically it's what you say. What you mentioned is a bad behavior for one professional that affects the representation or affect the process or affect the result or affect the trial or the victim or even the convicted, because they doesn't have the defense. Like, it's a right, you have the right of be good, have a good defense, and if your lawyer makes some mistakes, of course that you will be implied in other condition in the same trial, and will be so different if you have a really good qualified lawyer in front of your case that if you have a public one that maybe has like 2,000 process and cannot have the time to invest on it. So the next session, we will discuss about it, and you can complement and comprehend everything like more complete. But it's so important that the other topic, we will keep it for the next week. I will send you the link because I need that you check it. We will discuss the sources of law. I will send it in a bit because if not, I will forget it. And thank you so much for your time. Like, our session is over for now, as I am not seeing you tomorrow, as same that I told your colleague. I hope that you really have a nice time with your family and friends and your loved ones on Christmas time. And I will see you next week. Before you leave, I will please ask you that you fill the survey that right now is open. Puedes llenar la encuesta. Fill the survey or the poll. It's the same.
Okay.
It's like down in your screen or maybe up. It's like a volume signal, like three sticks, como tres palitos.
Okay. I don't see anything.
En la parte de abajo debe decir votaciones, o en la parte de arriba, cuando le das, perdón, cuando le das en las lineecitas que son como las flechitas que son así alt, a veces aparece ahí, pero generalmente está en la parte de abajo.
Llené cuando entré al Zoom, ni bien entré al Zoom, me pidió llenar.
Ok.
Así que eso es, ¿no?
Ah, ok. Entonces, ¿ya la llenaste?
Yes.
Ah, bueno, entonces fue tu compañerita que se me fue sin llenarlo, pero ya ahorita lo soluciono. Bueno, Zarela, muchísimas gracias.
No,
Que
gracias
estés
a usted,
muy bien.
teacher.
Bueno,
Merry
feliz
Christmas.
Navidad. Sí. Chao, cuídate, gracias por todo.
Bye.
Chao, chao.